Hey, Shelby Frederick here, your coach and wellness strategist. Welcome to Coaching Jewels with Shelby, your daily reset for mind, body, and spirit. I help high-achieving women transform breakthrough into lasting success through my D.D.B framework, nervous system integration, faith-based business strategy, and AI consulting. Each day you receive one clear thought, one practical step, and one encouragement so you can move forward with focus and peace. If you're ready to grow in clarity, courage, and obedience to your God-given assignment, you are in the right place. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and grab your journal. Let's grow together with Jesus at the center. Hey, friends. I am so delighted that you are here with me on tonight. Listen, it's been a couple of days and I want to welcome you back. If you joined the masterclass on why breakthrough doesn't stick, then this video is your next step because you had the insight, you felt the shift, you know exactly what needs to change. But here's what happens next for most people. Week 1, you feel strong. Week 2, that momentum starts to fade. Week 3, you're right back to where you started. And so inspiration without integration, it always fades. So I'm Shelby Frederick, your certified faith-based clinical counselor, transformational wellness coach, and I help high-achieving women build nervous system capacity that makes breakthrough permanent. And today we're going to talk practical. You're going to walk away with a 2-practice plan that you can start tomorrow. And I'm showing you the exact 20-week arc we use for the D.D.B framework and also in the Activate experience. And so this isn't theory. This is the work that makes transformation stick. So if you're ready, let's go. Let's get right into it. So I want to first talk about the brain and safety. Think about your brain. It has one job, and that job is to keep you alive. And it does this through pattern recognition. What's familiar, it feels safe. What's new, it triggers what we call a threat response. And even when that new thing is exactly what you consciously want, here's what's happening neurologically when you try to change. 1, you decide to wake up at 5 a.m. You meditate, journal, work out, build your empire, whatever it may be. Day 1, your alarm goes off and your brain says, oh, wait, this is different. And so different equals potentially dangerous. So what do? You hit snooze, you stay in the familiar pattern, you override it, and then now your willpower kicks in. So you get up. Then you get to day 2. You have the same resistance. More willpower is needed. By day 7, your willpower is depleting, your resistance is increasing. By day 14, you sleep through the alarm now because you're right back to the old pattern. Your brain just protected you from unfamiliar territory. So this isn't a moral failure. This is what we call simple biology. The new load feels unsafe to your nervous system. So, how do you change? How do you show the nervous system that the new pattern is safe? It's not through willpower, but it's what we call micro practices that prove safety over time. So, it's the small, consistent actions that tell your body, hey, this new baseline is actually sustainable. We're not in danger. And this is what integration work does. It teaches your nervous system to trust new patterns. All right. So I want to shift into programming. So most programs, they promise transformation in 30 days. And I'm telling you, that's a lie. Because real neural rewiring, it takes time. So here's what actually happens across 20 weeks. In weeks 1 through 4, we go through what we call awareness and dismantling because you see your patterns clearly. You can recognize the automatic responses. You begin to interrupt them. So this phase, the first phase, it feels very uncomfortable. You're aware, but you're not yet changed. And your brain knows that it needs to shift, but your body still runs the old program. In weeks 5 through 8, this is the practice phase. This is where you now have new habits that are forming. They start to feel forced. In every regulation practice, it now requires a conscious effort. So your nervous system is literally experimenting. Is this safe? Can we trust this? It's not integrated just yet. It's just practice. In weeks 9 through 12, this is now where the integration begins because the shift happens here. This is where the new patterns start feeling natural instead of forced. This is where the regulation doesn't require much willpower because your body now begins trusting this new baseline. It's still testing it, but now under different conditions. When you think about work stress, home chaos, the financial pressure, it's all being tested. Now, in weeks 15, 12 through 15, this is embodiment because this is where now you have established a new baseline. The practices, they're not practices anymore, they're how you operate. And your nervous system has actually rewired. And so what was new now is normal. In week 17 through 20, this is the activation. This is the fun part because now you're operating from an integrated state. You have a higher capacity without forcing it. You're not managing the new patterns anymore. You are the transformation. And why does this matter? It's because 30-day programs only end at week 4. It's right when your nervous system is starting to trust the new pattern. That's where you get the awareness. Maybe a little bit of practice, but not integration. You don't get the embodiment. You don't get the activation. So the breakthrough fades. But what do? You blame yourself. And actually, you didn't just give biology, meaning your body, enough time. So 20 weeks isn't arbitrary. It's the bare minimum timeline for complete neural rewiring. So, how do you build your 2 practice plan? I'm going to give you a 2 practice plan. This is where we get very, very practical. Okay, so you understand the timeline. Now let's build it out. So I'm not giving you 47 step morning routine. I'm not giving you something that you'll never do. We're going to choose 2 practices. That's it. Why? Because you'll actually do 2. You won't do 12. So here are your options. I want you to choose 2 of these things that will address your bottleneck. Option number 1 is what I call breath regulation. It's a game changer. And this is 5 minutes in the morning before you check your phone. I want you to sit with your feet flat on the floor. And I want you to inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and then exhale for 6. And I simply want you to repeat that 10 times. And do you know what that does? This literally regulates your nervous system before the day begins. It activates it. This is best for when you have high anxiety, you have the racing thoughts. This is, you have emotional reactivity. Breathing. It's a game changer before you even start your day. Option 2 is what I call a sleep boundary. A sleep boundary is having the same bedtime every night. Make it a non-negotiable 7 days a week. And this is 30 minutes before bed, no screens, so no phones. It's just a wind down routine because your nervous system needs predictable rest cycles in order to rewire. And this is best for if you have chronic fatigue or you have inconsistent energy or you need to make a decision regarding quality, your quality issues. this is what you want to do. So these are two options for you. Just two, just two. Now, I want to go into our next one. Our next one will be what we call nutrition. Nutrition. I'm big on nutrition. These are anchors. 3 meals a day, same times daily, no skipping. It's not about what you eat, but just being consistent to fuel your body. When you are consistent to fuel your body, we're looking at your blood sugar stabilizing because this affects your nervous system regulation directly. This is best for those of you who experience the energy crashes or the mood swings, or you have that afternoon brain fog. Now, there's another option. I call it a money check in. 5 minutes every week. I want you to review your money in and your money out. And I'm not here to judge. This is just awareness. I want you to begin to see patterns without panic because your financial nervous system regulation, it starts with looking without reacting. And this is best for money avoidance. This is best for scarcity spiraling or overspending from stress. Now, here's another option, and this is the boundary practice. I want you to practice one no per day. And this is to something that you normally say yes to from obligation. Start with the small boundaries. Like, well, I can't make that call today. I need to reschedule. Because your capacity, it expands when you stop overcommitting from fear. And this works best for those who are love to do the overcommittings, those who are the people pleasing. If you have resentment build up, you might want to try option 5. Now, option 6 is movement minimum. 20 minutes a day, every day. Any movement that feels good, whether it's a walk, stretch, dance, turn on some YouTube, find you a good playlist, turn on Spotify. It doesn't matter. Just move your body because stored stress, it releases through movement, not thinking, but actually moving. And this is best for those who experience the physical tension or you have overwhelm, or even if you have a disconnection from your body. Now, out of all of those, I want you to choose your 2. I want you to write them down. Which 2 practices are you going to address with your specific bottleneck? And then I want you to anchor them to existing cues. Don't just say, I'll do breath work. Say, after I pour my coffee or after I check my phone, I'll do breath work. The existing cue, that's the coffee, pouring the coffee, because this is going to trigger the new practice of breath work. And this is how habits stick. It's not through motivation. It is through environmental cues. Your 2 practices anchored to existing cues starting tomorrow. And this is a part of your integration foundation. Now, I want to talk about tracking and review. This is very, 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 very simple. You've chosen your 2 practices. Now we have to track them. And I'm not talking about obsessively. I'm talking about strategically. It's just two metrics that I want you to track. The first metric is compliance. Did you do the practice? Yes or no? That's it. It's not how well did I do it. It's just, did I do it? Because we're building consistency, not perfection. I want you to track it daily. It's just a simple check mark system. That works fine. Now, the second metric is your energy level. I want you to rate your energy level from 1 to 10 at the end of the day. Not your mood, but your energy. How much capacity did you have? Because we're watching for patterns. Do the practices correlate with having higher energy? And then I want you to track this for a minimum of 4 weeks before changing anything. Now, I want you to have some weekly review questions. So, like maybe every Sunday, I want you to answer these 3 questions. So, question 1 is, what was my compliance percentage this week? And then count the check marks. Did I do practice 1 out of 7 days? Did I practice 6 out of 7 days? Aim for 70% compliance, not 100%, because perfectionism, it kills consistency. Now, the second question is, what was my average energy level this week? And then I want you to add up your daily energy ratings and divide that by 7, because that's going to be your baseline. And then compare it week over week. Is it trending up? Is it staying flat? Is it dropping? Question 3. Well, what got in my way and how do I adjust? This is not about beating yourself up. This is problem solving. Well, I missed breath work 3 days because of morning calls started early. Then just make the adjustment. Move your breath work to nighttime instead. The weekly review takes about 10 minutes because this prevents drift. It maintains the momentum. Because what you're looking for across 8 to 12 weeks is your compliance to stay above 70%. You're looking to see, is your energy trend line, is it moving up? Because practice feels less forced than more automatic. That's integration happening, not motivation, but it is your actual biology rewiring. What do you think about that? Listen. How easy is this to do? Just to simply begin to implement small changes that are going to prevent these lapses in our nervous system. This is what it's all about. All right, so let's continue on. And I'm almost done. I want to share one of our client stories, give you a snapshot of what happened, because understanding, and I'm going to call her Maria. Of course, Maria, that's not her name. Maria scored 40% overall on the 8 dimensions assessment, which that link is going to be down in the show notes. Her physical wellness was 25%. Emotional wellness was 30%, financial was 35%. These were all in the critical zone. So everything crashed. And she came to me thinking that she just needed a new business plan. She didn't need a new business plan. She needed nervous system regulation first. So her 2 practices were, number 1, sleep boundary, be in bed by 10, 7 days a week, non-negotiable. Her second practice was morning breath work for 5 minutes before checking her phone. That's it. It was nothing fancy. Her first month, her compliance was 60%. She did miss a few days. And of course, she felt a little discouraged. Her energy, it averaged 4 out of 10. So she was still exhausted most days. But what do? We kept going. And this is what I call the practice phase. So it's supposed to feel forced. Once we got to the second month, her compliance now goes up to 75% because now it's beginning to feel automatic. Her energy now was averaging about a 5.5 out of 10. So we were able to see some small improvement. Her body was learning to trust the new baseline. By the time we got to the third month, her compliance was at an 80% because now her practices are felt natural. Her energy was at an average of 7 out of 10. So there's a noticeable difference. And this is where integration happened. It wasn't willpower anymore. It just became how she operated. So now 6 months later, her physical wellness was at a 75% where it was 25%. Her emotional wellness was 70% where it was 30%. Her financial wellness was 72% where it was 35%. So overall, she was at a 68% in her integration zone. But here's what matters most for business. Guess what happened? Her revenue tripled, not because she learned new marketing tactics. It was because she got it wasn't because she got even a better funnel. It was because her nervous system could hold what she was building. Her regulated sleep, it meant better decisions. Her morning breath work, it meant emotional stability under pressure. She had a steadier nervous system, which meant consistent sales activity instead of a feast and famine chaos. 2 practices, 6 months, complete transformation. And this is what integration creates. This is what integration creates. Hold on one second here. So, what is our call to action? I want to be very, very direct because you have your 2 practice plan. You know the 20-week timeline. You've seen what integration creates. Now, here's the decision. Option 1, our D.D.B breakthrough cohort is 8 weeks. It starts January the 6th, 2026. We take your 8 dimensions assessment results and we build integration practices for your specific bottleneck. These are not generic wellness tips. This is a personalized nervous system work where you discern the truth from trauma, you dismantle limiting patterns, and you build new capacity. This is weekly group coaching, accountability, and support. And so our early registration will close December the 20th. You have your second option, which is the complete pathway. That's 20 weeks, both programs, total integration, breakthrough, foundation work, the activate experience. This is embodiment and capacity building. That will start up with the complete nervous system rewiring. Listen, early registration will end December the 20th. Then we go to our regular rate. This is our full arc that I showed you tonight. This is awareness through activation. So I pray that you will rewind this video, replay it, because the benefits of what you will experience during this transformation, it is life-changing. It's life-changing. So listen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I pray that you join me for our next video. Blessings. Hey, before you go, take a second to breathe and notice one shift you are taking from today's coaching jewel. Drop your takeaway in the comments so your mind records the win. If this spoke to you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with another high-achieving woman who needs a reset for her mind, body, and spirit. Remember, breakthrough is a starting point. With obedience, discipline, and grace, you build lasting success. Keep working the D.D.B framework. Discern, dismantle, build. I am Shelby Frederick, and this is Coaching Jewels with Shelby. See you in the next video.